Hello everybody, I am AngryBird and we're back again with ranked game number 5. So we are playing 21st Panzer today and we're up against LapotNIK, who is playing the 26th Gvard Strelkovy. So this was a change of division for me, 21st Panzer, one of the back to war divisions from Normandy. Really enjoyed playing this division in Normandy. And this was sort of a pre-runner to the Steel Division Throwback Tournament, and so I hadn't, obviously you've seen the games I played to now, I hadn't played any of the Back to War divisions, so I thought, you know, I'll see what 21st Panzer is like, so that's why we chose them in this game. Some mistakes at the start. This Pack 38 50mm, I think I unloaded it by mistake at the start, and I've got to say, I think the entire game that stays in that position, so pretty bad mistake. Also putting the Pioneer Fuhrer in this building, very strange. That's got to be a mistake really. So yeah, odd choice for that to go there on its own, very odd choice. We're rushing up some Ersatztruppen. One of them goes into this building and the other one gets taken out. I mean, I can't remember whether I played this map before, but that's an odd move to try and rush that all the way up into that compound. I now know much better than that, and I'd unload in this forest and push through the forest. So yeah, we had the SPW that I think brought in the Pioneer Fuhrer, possibly, or might have just been a recon vehicle on its own, get taken out here. Yeah, and we've got, however, we do have the 3 Stern Pioneers in the forest, and look at this push over this area on the sort of centre left. Ersatztruppens all over the back, and I think LapotNIK made a mistake, too weakly defended this area, and so a lot of troops have managed to push through. On the right hand side, we managed to get the Aufklärer in the SPW 222 over on the right hand side, and we've also managed to get the Ersatztruppen over the bridge, and there's two, LapotNIK's got 2 45mm there that are in very dangerous position, like very odd, dangerous for them, odd positions, but I think they're going to get lucky because this Ersatztruppen just isn't going far enough to spot them. So, back over to the left hand side, I think this is where most of the action occurs in the early game. We've got the Panzer IV up on the hill, mostly covering off against this approach here. I do quite like this position for anti-tank guns, tanks, anti-air, support guns. Very nice position up on this hill. But LapotNIK's got quite a lot of troops in this forest, and he has finally managed to clear up the Ersatztruppen. But we are just about surviving on the left hand side. These Stern Pioneers holding their own at the moment against the Guardia, certainly now that they're in the deeper forest. They will struggle in the light forest because they don't have the they've only got the 100-meter range. So these Pioneers Fuhrers just trying to support the Stern Pioneers, keep them at 2-star veterancy, and we're just trying to keep them out of trouble for now. LapotNIK's brought in 2 T-34Es. We've got Ersatztruppen really pushing up, and I think when you get this kind of breakthrough, if you can push up as far as you can, then it really delays any reinforcements coming in. So at the moment we have the 1410. We have a flag over on this side of the river. We have a flag just up here near the trees, and luckily LapotNIK's still holding the flag here, because otherwise we'd have it worse than that. We are now pushing troops into this forest, but Ersatztruppen, the wrong kind of troops to do this. The Stern Pioneers are what you need in this forest, so we're not gonna do much damage there. We've got the Panzer IV H coming down. to try and deal with some of the infantry, but not really the best lines of sight for a tank in this area. And we finally brought in the mortar unit that's launching on such a high arc to try and take out those infantry units there. And because it's so close, I've decided to move that back further just in case they break through the forest. We've reinforced the left with a Panzer 4H to try and take out the T-34Es. I am taking it down this side. It would have been better to take it through this light forest here and try and ambush them. And the Stern Pioneer, I think that's finally going to lose it, and probably the Pioneer Führer as well. Luckily we have 2 more Panzergrenz coming up to support, and hopefully they will hold the left hand side. So still we have the Ersatztruppen in the woods. The AngryBird are definitely going to win that battle, and LapotNIK is pushing through here. We've got another set of Panzergrenz going in, but we have 2 more Panzergrenz on the left as well, and the mortar half track really is going to help us secure these woods. I think just trying to hit anything really, get us some help for these Ersatztruppen, because they will not win anything on their own. And wow, look at the calling here. They finally had enough and called in 5 Flammenwerfers that should actually burn the forest down, and we should do well against those. The Panzergrenz, they are... oh look, just unloaded in time. I think I noticed the T-34Es and knew what was going to happen, so decide to unload and bring them into this forest. I've got the 2 Panzergrenz here, which we're going to start moving across to try and take out the Gvard that's come in, but I think they're going to reach the Pioneer Führer first. The Panzer 4H has been transmission damaged, and that is in real trouble now, trying to back it away from both the T-34E, but I think the Gvard with the anti-tank grenade gets the grenade off, the pin down the Panzer 4, and then gets the surrender. And we've also got the mortar coming in with the smoke to try and help that Panzer 4H out, but just too late. Yeah, just too late there. So we got the Pak 3850 in. Oh, just unloaded that. I was going to show the vehicle, but just unloaded that. And the Flammenwerfers are coming in on the right hand side. We're making a small push. We've moved the SPW 222 up with the autocannon unit, which can certainly deal a lot of damage to infantry. And we got the Panzergrenz there that are hopefully going to help clear some out. LapotNIK's got the Sapri PPSH behind enemy lines, and let's hope that doesn't move across the river and maybe get into this position, because it can take out some troops with the Panzerfaust. So we managed to get a Panzergrenz across the river, as well as the Ersatztruppen that was originally there. And we've still got the Pioneer Führer in place, and the action's still going on the left hand side. The Flammenwerfers are finally coming in, and we're starting to really clear up this forest. I think the mortar has definitely helped, and the fact that LapotNIK hasn't really reinforced it from the start, so it's really allowed me to pick off the units that were there. I think what's happened is LapotNIK's been struggling on this left hand side with the push that we put through, so all of the resources, you can see 3 more Sapri heading down the road, they're all of his resources been going up to try and clear out this left hand side, so he hasn't reinforced this position, which has allowed us finally to clear it up. So the Sapri PPSH on the far right are now well behind enemy lines. We have the 15-9 because we picked up the flag over on this side. However, 2 T-34Es are coming in, and they should easily take out the SPW 222. Yeah, so we're backing off now, but we get the transmission destroyed and the armour crack, so that was as expected, really. So we're still holding out on this left hand side. We got the I think that was the Pak 38 that got the T-34 kill. We've actually got a Panzer in quite a nice position. I'd maybe put a 45mm there or a Pak 38, but I quite like this position because anything coming down this road is in real trouble because of the distance. So quite like that position there. Sometimes it's a struggle to get there though, because generally if you're on the south side of the map like I am here, this area here is going to be quite taken. It's quite difficult to get this flag back. So we got Flammenwerfers coming in on the left hand side, and this, for me, this is a bit of a mistake. I wouldn't do this anymore. The forest is too light over here, so really they can get taken quite easily, you know, outside the 100-meter range, and I expect that we'll see this with the Sapere. I expect they will take out these Flammenwerfers quite easily. We are bringing up the Panzer 4H. We've currently got it sitting just over the bridge, and hopefully we'll give that some orders. Looks like LapotNIK's brought in a recon aircraft, but we have the Focke-Wulf to shoot that down. Also spawned in 2 Gephards, so I think definitely worried about that anti-air. And the M15 is hitting for the wing damage, and we're probably going to lose this Focke-Wulf now. Yeah, that was a bad loss. Bit of a bait there with the PE recon plane, and LapotNIK definitely has the skies now. So the SPW-222 was taken out, and the Panzer 4H is now coming up the hill, but I don't think that's going to last against 2 T-34Es. I mean, it can obviously take them out, but 2 against 1, I don't expect the Panzer to win this. No, first shot's taken out, and the IL-2 coming in from LapotNIK, so luckily we have brought in the Gephards and another Focke-Wulf 190 in now, and I think, yeah, we're backing off from that. We are backing off from that. With the second fighter coming in, that was definitely not an engagement we wanted. The AA is very strong in this patch, and the Gephards easily take out the aircraft on LapotNIK side, so the AA was very strong on this patch. I think this was slightly before the this was after the first buff, and then before they re-nerfed it, so yeah, you can see why they nerfed it again there. They didn't even just shot down straight away by those 2 Gephards, and they're not even expensive, the Gephards, 50 points a piece. I mean, will that IL go down as well? You see the IL's going down as well. You know, what would, if the AA was like this, oh my god. Like, why would you even buy an aircraft now? I mean, luckily they have nerfed this again, so we're no longer playing on this patch, but it's outrageous how good the AA was. They definitely went too far with the buff, and am I gonna take out the recon plane as well? I mean, that would just be outrageous. Okay, luckily I think he's learned his lesson. No, he's coming back round. Maybe he's going to lose that recon plane as well. I mean, that would be... That recon plane's doing well to avoid getting shot down. Oh, is it gone now? No, it might just get out of there. I think that's it now. He's got to call that back, surely. So LapotNIK's really cleared up this right hand side. You can see the amount of troops he's brought in. 3 Gvardia and 2 T-34Es. He originally had the M42 guns there. I mean, that was a mistake on his part. Bad placements there. And he's brought in the 3 Gvardia DPs as well. So he really is reacting on that right hand side. The left hand side, we are still pushing. The Flammenwerfers have been taken out by the Sapere, but we have managed to push 2 more Panzergrens in there, but the Panzergrens on this side get taken out by the Sapere, and the Panzergrens over here are going to get taken out by the Gvardia DPs. The Ersatz-Truppen will be dealt with easily, and the Panzergrens against 5 other infantry units, they are not going to They're not going to win this one, so I think we're backing out with the Panzer IV-Hs now. We quickly lost some important infantry support there, and the other Panzer IV-H site damaged against the KV-85s. We're going to lose that, I'm sure. So we have pretty much lost this position here. I think I'm pushing the Panzergrens across here to try and retreat them away from this forest, but you know, caught out in the open, they're going to get taken out as well. So yeah, he's cleared up this left hand side now, but we're halfway through B phase, and LapotNIK does have Maverick income, so he does have a lot more points. I mean, up to this point he's had the by the end of B phase he'll have had 600 points extra than us, so it is expected that overall he's able to put down more troops. And if you look at what I've got on the ground, we're probably, I think we're roughly even at this point, so we're not doing too bad. The mortar here is low on shells, and I'd have liked to have seen a supply truck come in for that. I'm not sure whether we had an A phase one in the deck, but we should have a B phase one by now, so you know that. There we go, there's the order of the supply truck. So yeah, and you can see bottom left hand side that big 38 has not moved, so quite a mistake there to have that, you know, that big waste of points there. 35 points at the start of the game and never used at all. Not the best. So on the right hand side, if you watched one of my quick tips series, you'll see this is one of the attacks that we look into. So we lost the left hand side, the final Panzer IV-H has gone down, and I think these pioneers were just going to have to take up holding positions in this forest and kind of hold this area. I'd like to see maybe another infantry unit on this side here, but we're kind of worried at this point. We've been pushed across the river everywhere apart from over here with this Ersatztruppen, and the thought is that if that Ersatztruppen's across, then maybe we can get some more troops across there, and so we are going in for the attack. The pioneer units reveal the Gvardia when the Gvardia fires on them. The Panzer IV-H is in perfect position to fire back at the Gvardia, and the second Gvardia defending there is revealed as well. We managed to push our way just across the bridge and get the pioneers over there, but LapotNIK is bringing in those Gvardia DPs from before, and finally the M42 guns have moved, and I think he's going to try and bring them across to take out this Panzer IV-H, because that's providing a lot of fire support to the pioneers. So we got the pioneer forwards, we're moving it forwards to pick up the surrender. The artillery coming in from LapotNIK. He's now got two F-22s over on this top left hand side, and they're going to start to play a bit more of a part. The Ersatztruppen have now been discovered. We're trying to retreat those away just to keep them survived. The Yak 9s come in for the strafing runs. Strafing runs were still very strong at this point, but the Gepard should deal with those quite easily, and the SDKF said 7-1 is going to help out as well. There goes another 2 aircraft. You can see why the AA was too strong at this point, and every aircraft is getting shot down. So the pioneers coming in over the river to reinforce the attack, but we're not gonna unload them just over the river. We're gonna push for the territory, and we're really beginning to pick up a pocket here. So hopefully we can capitalise on this. Not much action elsewhere now. LapotNIK's reacting to my attack over the road, and Panzer IV-H is coming across to try and support the attack, but the M45 gun does spot it. I believe the Panzer IV-H is showing side armour as well, although now it turns to face the M42. The spalling gets pulled in, and there it goes. Although the M42 is taken out as well. LapotNIK reinforcing with 3 Gvardia DPs, a Gvardia DP from the left hand side, a Sapri PPSH and another 2 Gvardia DPs at the back. So this will be a difficult push to maintain, really, the way that LapotNIK's reacting. But the amount of infantry units coming in here, he must, you know, he could be struggling for infantry units now. And we are now in phase C, and he is now below on the income game, so hopefully we should start to feel a bit better there. So the Pioneer Führer came across the river and unfortunately was spotted and is being taken out, but we've got more Pioneers coming in, and maybe we can get them into this woods and, you know, try and take out the Gvardia that's over here. We've got Pioneers, Stern Pioneers making their way through the city, Pioneers supporting as well. Not much anti-tank over here at the moment though, and luckily LapotNIK doesn't have tanks over here either, so we are okay. Panzer 4H is supporting from this side of the river, but I'd like to see more armour coming in here, and more Stern Pioneers ordered. The Pioneers have overloaded, but they are facing a lot of fire from these Gvardia DPs, and they could be in trouble there. There's a lot of fire coming in. I think one thing I'd like to see is this mortar half track's the only artillery I've got at the moment. I do have this firing on this position. In fact, no, we do have 2 half tracks, so we are bringing the artillery in, but maybe we could do with another artillery piece. Maybe we could do with a stronger artillery piece at this point. So we do have some armour coming in now. So we've got the Panzer 4H supported by 2 Panzer M4 half track, 2 Panzer M4s, captured Shermans. So lovely little Shermans with the German tag on them. So they are coming up the road to try and support this push, but in the face of the overwhelming infantry, you know, I don't think we're going to be able to hang on to that. The 2 fighter comes in for the strafing runs and pin down the Gvardia DP, but they are forced. One's taken out and the other's forced back by the M15. Does manage to escape. Still nothing happening elsewhere on the map. LapotNIK definitely reacting to my push, and you know, we are well up on tickets now, so LapotNIK really, he's down on income and he's only reacting to sort of my plays. So he needs to, if he wants to win this game, he needs to make some kind of play, because at this stage, you know, you can't see him bringing out the victory. He needed to push early, and you know, we were able to push against him early, so I can't see where he's going to come back from in this game now. He does, however, pushes back to the river, and I think I'm going to struggle now. We do have the M4s providing excellent supporting fire, so you know, we've still got a chance of this. We've still got a chance here. The Pioneer's taking serious amounts of damage, but we are now spawning in some recon troops. I think that's because we're losing coverage, and we've managed to push across a Pioneer on this right hand side, but we've not unloaded yet, so hopefully that doesn't get taken out. Still not much action elsewhere on the map, all focused in on this sort of river push. We have been pushed back to the river, but we have managed to take out one of the T-34Es. The other one is loaded wounded and falling back, so we might still be in with a real good chance here. So I'm throwing down smoke from the mortars in the back, trying to allow these Panzers to push up, but they're in a dangerous position with these Gvardia DPs right here, so I'm not sure we'll be able to. We may well lose the Panzer IV here. So bounce with the first, and the Gvardia DPs in the back attacking as well. the transmission damage critical comes down, and this Panzer 4H, surely it won't survive. The amount Strelkovy is now coming in from LapotNIK, they're going to be difficult to clean up, as well as OB-25s. So we do get the surrender on the Gvard, but more and more equipment coming in from LapotNIK. How are we going to continue this push? We do still have the flag, so we have got the 1311 with the tick. 10 minutes now left to finish the game. Stern Pioneers coming across the river, as well as the SPW 231s. Now the autocannon units will do some serious damage against the infantry, but not against the T-34E that they come straight up against. Ammo explosion, the M42, 45 getting the kill, getting the incendiary, and that 231 is going to have to back straight back over the river from whence it came. So the armour is slowly getting picked off, and I'm not sure how else we can continue this. We've managed to push some Pioneers across the river. The Stern Pioneers came over from the crossing here, and I think this is it now. I can't see us maintaining that push. That was probably a full, I remember we started that push at around 17 minutes, so that's a full 10 minutes with a flag there. So it's really helped us tick down LapotNIK, but 12-12, he's pushed us back to the 12-12. We've got quite a lot of ground here, but unfortunately we've got neither of the two flags that are actually here. So we also got this ground here, which is actually above the 50-50, but again, no flag. The flag's back here, so we're not getting the tick. And look at the amount of forces LapotNIK's got in this area. Surely he's running close. So it looks like we did have a Pioneer across here. It must have been taken out. I'm not sure whether he moved it up, but somehow it must have been taken out. We've got two more Pioneers coming across this river on the right hand side. We're throwing mortars into this position, still trying to hang on with the M4 that we've got there and the Stern Pioneer. We've got the Pioneer moving across, and rather than taking the route across the river now, we are moving straight across by foot with the Pioneers. But they are getting attacked while doing so. The T-34E, I think, or is it? I'm not sure where that fire is coming from. Oh, it's the OB-25s up on the hill lot. Great positions there. I'd have never noticed that. They have an excellent position covering that river crossing there. Yeah. So we're still trying to maintain this push. It's really unfortunate we're not getting any points from this sort of position that we've got here. We're just losing out on the river, and I think, you know, I'm trying to whittle down these troops here, then maybe we can push something across into this forest to hold this flag that's just on this corner here. The M4 is now going toe to toe with the KV-85, and I don't think it's going to win that. It will not penetrate even at this distance. Yeah, and does get taken out by the KV-85. More Gvardiers coming into this area, so he's really trying to clear this up, but you know, he needs to make a play somewhere else, because just pushing me back to the river is not going to win the game for him. Again, the SB231 crosses, or looks like it's going to cross, but I don't think that's going to get anywhere. And we are now pushing a Panzer 4H. We're going for a serious flank around the right hand side. We've got the two Pioneers who are coming into this forest, but they may well discover the Sapari PPSH that have been there from the start. And I think we're trying to flank this right hand side because there is no way we're going to continue this push in the centre. Maybe if we can get rid of the Strelkovy in this building, but now we've lost the SPW, I don't think so. The M4 back here is crew killed. The Panzer 4 back here is bailed out. We're in a bit of trouble now, and I think we just need to hold this area. There's no way we're getting back across this river, but we have managed to get the flag. No, we don't have the flag here. The flag is Just looking at the minimap, the flag is further back at this crossroads. So maybe if we can push forward and take out this Gvardia, we could get the flag here, and I think that's what the plan is. Send the pioneers over the river into this light forest. I'm not sure that it's the and the Panzer 4H now as well. Yeah, so we're redirecting. We're trying to get them forward. We've got artillery coming in from all directions. There's the Zis-Frigon and these Gvardia in this building. They look like they're done for. They should get surrendered any minute now. The pioneers pushing right the way forward and just come out, pick up the surrenders there. That is fantastic. And the LapotNIK won't hold the front line, being an anti-tank troop, and they should get taken out soon as well. The pioneers, I think, are concentrating on the Strelkovy LPO, which is a good pickup because the Strelkovy, fantastic at 100-meter range, but don't have the weapon range to deal with longer distances, and in the light cover they will get revealed, so don't use the Strelkovy here in this light cover. We have now picked up the flag here on the left hand side, and we're also pushing the right hand side. These pioneers that we flanked around, they are getting into decent positions, but the Panzer 4 we had has been taken out. I think it's just here. Yeah, it did get taken out, probably by the two T-34s, but we are pushing more and more units in there. The Aufklauder has unloaded this side of the river, and the SBW 222s are there. In comes a huge amount of artillery. We finally had enough, and we've got Lorraine's and SDKFZ 135/1s. These are fantastic artillery pieces, and we're really raining down shells on this right hand side. We've got one pioneer remaining. And a King Tiger ordered for the right hand side, so this is it looks like the concentration is going to be on this right hand side now, and the SBW 222 is coming up following the artillery barrage. Hopefully it can, we're going, nope, gets taken out straight away. The Focke-Wulf comes in for the strafe on the infantry units, and we've got a artillery unit on the bridge. The mortar unit's it's moved onto the bridge to take out these Gvardia DPs, but that's a dangerous position, and I think that was the use of a control group there that's meant that I've ended up sort of automatically moving this artillery piece over here without knowing it really. So got these pioneer unit, this one lone pioneer unit that's retreated to this position. We need to move that into some cover. Luckily we have Gepards pretty much all across the map, so they're helping us out. We've got the Panzer 4 in quite a nice position. I like this position here. Once you've cleared up this sort of island, it's not really this sort of ground here, you can get units here to cover, you know, this crossing area here. So we have picked up the flag there, which is decent. No, sorry, we still haven't got the flag on this side, so we've pushed all the way over the river, but the flag must be back here on this crossroads, so we still don't have the flag. It's very unfortunate really. The 50-50 line is all the way along here, lot, and we've pushed well over it, but we still don't have the flag there. So the right hand side attackers faltered, but the pioneers have taken out the PPSH squads there. Strelkovy LPOs have been brought in, and they are going to, well, as long as we can take them out at long range, we'll be okay, but we are going to struggle to take them out at short range. If we do move the pioneers in, we will not take them out at short range. So we are now counter-battering the artillery from LapotNIK. He has 3 76.2s, and I definitely advise you to spread out your artillery. Unfortunately, I have made the same mistake. Definitely spread out your artillery, and that will provide some much needed help to stop any counter, battery fire from doing its job. Interesting. I thought we were counter battering, but I guess not. I guess not. So the Koenigs Tiger has finally come into the battle, and it's aiming for the OB-25 that is wasting its ammo trying to fire. So it's probably fired the heat shells against the Koenigs Tiger, and that should have been put on efficient shot to avoid that happening, because there's no way it will pen that Koenigs Tiger. So not a chance. So I think LapotNIK's now got the 1311. He's got the flag just this side of the river, because we've got nothing really defending it. So that's why he's picked up the 1311. We are now moving Stern Pioneers back across, and you see the front line moving, so we will pick that flag up again and hold the 1212. I think at this point I was kind of concerned. I didn't really know how I was gonna push the victory here. So we are now suffering our own counter battery against us. We did lose a Lorraine there. Definitely, like I say, spread your artillery units out. I would have liked to have seen them spread out along this area here, because the other thing is, don't have them on a deployment road, because if you deploy infantry and counter battery fires coming in, it can often unload the infantry. Like, let's see, this Alpha Cloud's coming in, and hopefully it'll be okay. But you see the artillery fire coming in. If one hits this road like it has here, then it will unload your infantry, possibly destroy your infantry, but more likely unload them, and you just have infantry sat along the back line and you won't even realise it. So we are now counter battering the F-22s, and our artillery unfortunately packs a lot harder punch than those 76 mil. So hopefully we should. Yeah, you see, there you go. Oof, direct hit. One of them taken down, one pinned down. The supply truck falling back. Yeah, he is not going to be in a nice spot here. So we're still at a 12-12. No movement at all on this left hand side. And we are bringing up Panzer 4Hs, I think, just to kind of cover. And we have got the income advantage. And we have brought up the Koenigs Tiger, but it is now crew panicked. I think the Su-85s on the hill managed to crew panic that Koenigs Tiger, and that is really vulnerable right now. The I would be launching these D-34s at it to try and get a surrender, because that is in real trouble. Luckily it's recovered, and I think that was the chance for LapotNIK to take out that unit, because it will it's a tough unit to take out. One shot, one kill on the T-34A. These SUs need to get into the fight. They are literally just out of range, but if they don't get into the fight now, then they're going to get taken out, because they need the supporting units to help them out, and here they come, but I think it's too late now. Only one of them is engaging. Does take out the Panzer IV, but the Koenigs Tiger is still here. We've ordered a second Koenigs Tiger for this top, and I think this is my chance now. Having a Koenigs Tiger make it all the way up here, and seeing that there's not enough here then we can definitely exploit this situation. We've got the artillery fire coming in to take out these infantry units, and they are going to, you know, they're not going to withstand against that artillery fire. And LapotNIK's responding with a lot of infantry. He must have a deep deck. The driver kill on the Su-25, but it still survives, and now it gets taken out. The transmission damage on the Königstiger, but we have a second Königstiger back here on the way in, and a third Königstiger. 3 Königstigers. I'm not sure LapotNIK's going to be able to survive against all 3 of them. Maybe 1, possibly 2, but definitely not 3. And now we get the Panzer IVs in, and I think I am running out of infantry. I mean, I'm possibly already out of infantry, because for me the play is to put infantry in there, not, great Panzer M4s, fantastic, but you need the infantry in there to hold the ground. And yeah, I have to be out of infantry now because I'm bringing in the off-clouder, although that's probably to give me sightlines. I do have the 1311, and we will get the win in 4 minutes time, so this has got to be it now. I think if we just hold this position for 4 minutes, we can get the win. And the reinforcing infantry is getting taken out on the road. It is LapotNIK, so it will survive well, but the Panzer IVM, we are taking that forward. I'm going to flank that right on the right hand side. I'm worried about the I can't see these Strelkovys, but I'm worried about the front line here, and I don't want any infantry coming into range of this Königstiger. I don't know what's there, but whatever is there, I don't want it coming across. So that's why I sent the M4 around there on the right hand side, just to secure that flank. We're also bringing Gvard in to secure against any aircraft attacks. The second Königstiger is now up on the road, and that is really going to struggle. We've got the Panzer IV Fuhrer there as well, that's buffing both the Königstigers, and LapotNIK is going to struggle. We have managed to sneak the Aufkläder into this position. I'm not 100% sure what kind of recon that's providing us, but at least it's securing this left-hand hill to make sure nothing sneaks up and side shots the Königstiger. The third Königstiger is on the way, along with a lot more M4s, and we finally got some skirmishing on this left-hand side. I think LapotNIK is realising that he needs to do something, because he is going to lose the game in 3 minutes, and I'm not sure he's going to be able to hold this back. So we now have the SBW 231 and the Aufkläder coming in with the 222, and that will really help clear up the infantry. We've got smoke coming in now. I'm not sure. I don't think that's smoke from our artillery. I think they're trying to smoke off the Königstiger. And the counter battery on the left hand side is going to really leave LapotNIK without any supporting artillery fire, and he is in a lot of trouble. So he is making a push on the left hand side, but the 2 Panzer IVs up on the hill are definitely helping us out. We just need to hold on now. We just need to hold this left hand side. There's 2 minutes 32 of the match remaining. We have the third Königstiger coming up now, and talk about force multipliers. There's no way you're getting past 3 Königstigers. No way. We've got the M4s coming up to support, the 222s in there taking out the infantry, and LapotNIK, I don't think there's a chance now. We've finally got the IL-237 responding, but strafe coming in on the M4s. I mean, that was strange not to strafe the Königstiger, but I don't know. Not sure why that decision was taken. But the fighters come in, and they are able to clean up the LapotNIK's fire and the IL. So he is not going to be able to continue with those attacks. And LapotNIK's smoking off the Panzer IVHs because they are holding his push down. And without them there, he may already have been across the river. So we just need to hold on for another minute 25 seconds. And the victory is ours. We're now pushing the SBW 231 forwards because we know we need to take out this infantry. and the SPWs are fantastic at taking out the infantry. So we get the pin down. They won't get the surrender, but they should take it down easily with the autocannon. Yeah, there we go. And now we're opening up swathes of the map. We're still 13-11. He has managed to push across now and take the flag here, but it's too late for LapotNIK. He needed to do that attack earlier. And we are opening up the way on the right hand side. We've got the two M4s pushing forwards, and once we get through this KV-85 and the LapotNIK, there is nothing else left in our way. This is it now. This is the final attack. 30 seconds on the clock remaining. This Königsdagger here on the left hand side is in a fantastic position just up on this hill. It's shutting down this road here. We've got the two Königsdaggers here shutting down this approach, so there is no way to reinforce these positions, and the LapotNIK go down. We've got what, 5 M4s and an SPW 231 coming in for the attack on the KV-85, and there it goes. That's the end of the game. So we get the victory. Difficult game, 46 minutes, and I think that was pretty much 46 minutes of me pure attacking. So, you know, not sure what the kills and losses will be, but I wouldn't be surprised if I'm not, I wouldn't expect me to be as high as... Okay, so we have got a good kill-death loss ratio. And probably the Königsdagger has helped us out a lot there at the end. Let's have a look at the kills. So, the Panzer taking out 2 Ognichiki, a Dozer and a Sapere. So, nice kill on the Sapere at the end. Got the SPW 222s taking out 5 Gvard units. Those autocannon, units, very strong, and the 25th Panzer Grenadier Division, has a lot of these in it as well, and I think that will be a decent 1v1 division. I really do love, the way that you use autocannon units, really fast, fantastic mobile play, so it's really good to watch. So very nice to see them doing well. Pack 38. Taking out 2 T-34s and the KV-85. That did work. That was a good unit. The Gepard taking out 3 Yak-9s. The AA at this point was very strong. So surprising looking at it now, but not in that patch. And look, the SDKF said 7-1 took out 2 Yak-9s and an IL-2. That's 6 aircraft between 2 AA pieces. No wonder this was the overbuff. Right, ridiculous. Okay, so we got the Panzer 4H. This was the, I think this was the supporting one that took out 2 Gwardier DPs and 2 LapotNIKs. Very, very good unit. The SDKFZ 135 artillery piece, taking out the 2 F-22s on the counter battery. Good work there, and really helped us out taking out those artillery pieces, because they were starting to rain fire down on us. And here we have the first Königsdagger, Christophorus. I don't know if that's pronounced right, but takes out the ISU, OB-25, T-34E, 2 Su-85s and a ZSU M15, and a LapotNIK. Perfect. Bringing in that Königsdagger really enabled me to finish the game off. And you might find it strange that it wasn't brought in before, but I think in the rest of the area on the map, apart from the far left, it is very close. It's an infantry map. The sight lines are quite close, apart from on the far right and the far left. And I don't think we had the economy at the start to bring that Königsdagger in. Maybe in the starting point, but then we would have been suffering on the attack. So the Königsdaggers brought in at the end really helped us finish off the game. The other Königsdagger here takes out 2 KV-85s, 2 SU-85s, Strafniki and Faustniki. So that Faustniki, I don't know how close that was, but I'm glad that got taken out. Probably, you know, I'm not sure of the pen. I'm sure that can pen the Königsdagger. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the game. This one was much longer, much more intense, much more action, and I'm sure we will see a lot of this to come. I think we have the throwback tournament coming up, so look forward to that, and hopefully you'll join me again. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe.